Alright, tonight we're going to take a look at this documentary that's just been released by Sky News Australia, titled Deadly Decisions, Victoria's Hotel Quarantine Catastrophe. Now, this has been put out by Sky News Australia, where basically they've tried to propel this individual here, Peter Credlin, an ex-politician turned Sky News host, into the limelight, basically, and make out like she's going against the narrative. Now, I've seen a lot of truthers supporting Sky. A lot of people who I thought were more aware than that, and for me, that's a big red flag that you're not fully aware of what's going on here. All right, because it's all an act. Yeah, from the state premiers all the way up to the Prime Minister, from ABC to Sky News. All right, they're all in on it. And look, I truly feel sorry for the people who just can't see it. All right, now I'm going to go through this documentary. I'm going to make this a short video. I'm just going to point out a few things and show you why it's nothing but garbage. I can't be bothered sitting here and going through the whole 52 minutes of trash, basically. So look, we'll get this rolling and I'll show you a few things, because they can't fool me. They can never fool me. Alright, I'm smarter than these guys when I'm asleep. Now, first thing you're going to notice about this documentary is just how it's been produced like a movie. So there's nothing genuine about it at all, which is concerning. Now, straight away, I want you to notice that pinching there of the finger. That's a Masonic hand sign. So straight away, members of the tribe will notice that, and they'll know that they're going to get nothing but garbage for the next 50 or so minutes.
It was only last Wednesday that Victoria started to come out of what's been to date the longest and hardest COVID lockdown anywhere in the world. Slowly, small freedoms were allowed and businesses started to open up again, but for many, it was too little, too late.
Now, notice how she keeps on pinching that finger there. Right, now, Sky News did nothing but pump fear into the Australian public. Like, they were terrible at the start of the PLANdemic. All right, and now what they've done, because their viewers, they're probably a little bit more awake than the average person who watches ABC, but they're still clueless. All right, so what they needed to do was it was all planned, all right? So when Melbourne went into lockdown, Sky, all right, which generally caters to the right side of politics, were then put forth to go against the Victorian government, who are a somewhat leftist government, all right? But if you subscribe to me, you should know that it's all the same. Yeah, like, it's all fake. Now, what they've done is they've massaged their subscribers' ears, basically, so they've gone against Andrews for the lockdown. But before Andrews put Victoria into lockdown, Sky were all for the same narrative that, say, ABC were pushing, for instance. All right, and then what I noticed here on YouTube was that some of the truther channels were plugging Sky News videos, and that to me was very disappointing, to say the least. So look, I'm just going to cut to certain parts of this doco now, and I'm going to point out and show you why it's complete garbage. Right, so here you have Miss Credlin supposedly interviewing Jeff Kennett. Now, I just want you to listen to this, because you've got two fake individuals on screen. I want you to listen to the coding. I need to point this out so that in future, when you hear it or you see it, you know they're telling lies.
Evidence that a contract is let inside the Victorian government for $30 million for 3 months' work in under 6 hours.
Right, so you get your $30 million, all right, for 3 months' work. So that's where you get your 33. All right? Anyone associated with that number cannot be trusted. Now, she then mentions the number 6. All right, and if you've been following their garbage narratives, you know that this whole PLANdemic has been riddled with 6s because they love their number 6. Alright, we'll take a look at this next bit now.
Over 800 lives were lost and thousands of businesses shut down. So just what went on inside those hotels? How did they get it so wrong? You're about to meet a man who was there, and virtually from day one.
Yeah, I want you to watch how they pan the camera like across this this guy's face. These are lizards. They're all narcissists.
His name is Andrew McLean, and he owns Elite Protection Services. Andrew, thank you for speaking to us. I have to say you've put some very comprehensive legal papers into the Coate inquiry. Have you been called to give evidence? I couldn't see your name at all in the documentation.
No, Peter, I guess that's the reason for wanting to speak with you, or when we decided we would speak with you.
Now listen to how scripted this
we
is.
put a great deal of work into that, and no, we weren't called, and the really relevant documentation hasn't been referred to.
These are the documents that Andrew is talking about. Detailed reports and papers that he presented to the Coate inquiry.
Alright, now, this is a joke here. Straight up mockery. Because, remember, she's supposedly interviewing these characters and grilling these characters, alright? So, she should be coming in, speaking to them in a genuine manner, live, yeah? If she was going to be, if she was creating a real documentary. Now, just watch this, because like I said, it's nothing but a staged production.
Been referred to.
These are the documents that Andrew is talking about. Detailed...
Now, notice how he hands it over here, and she puts the glasses on, and watch what she does. This is how you know that it's all staged. Little things like this.
Reports and papers that he presented to the Coate inquiry. Evidence that runs to nearly...
So she puts the glasses on to make out like she's real interested here. So he's just handed her that big pile of papers. She wouldn't have read them.
500 pages.
If I look back on it now, I will be honest and say, and it's the easiest thing to say, but with what's gone on and how taxing it's been on the business and all...
Yeah, they're all in on it. Alright, now, this next part's hilarious because, you know, as you can see, they've stuck a face mask to that fence there with lockdown written on it and filmed it, you know, to give it the whole dramatic effect. For the unaware, sitting at home watching this,
You've seen 800 people die in Victoria. Who do you hold responsible for hotel quarantine failure?
now this bloke here, they have supposedly kept his identity anonymous. Alright, so they've put him up here and they've blanked out his face. Alright, but it's Melbourne, it's a small place. He's, believe me, he's not anonymous.
The government and unified.
And notice how they cut here with the face mask on the table, because like I said, it's all just one big joke.
It was like having a kid on the front line with a rifle with no experience, or asking someone with no experience to disarm a bomb. So I hold them responsible.
Yeah, more like it's a bunch of liars. Like Petta's, she's to me just one of the most incredibly fake personalities on TV. Yeah, look, anyway, we'll cut to the next part. Alright, so we got this character here on screen, and we'll take a look and see how good of an actor this character is.
On his sleeve.
I mean, even just to wind it back to when JobKeeper was introduced. I mean, I've had many moments where I've had breakdowns and I've cried. One of the better breakdowns was the day that they announced.
Here we go. This is shit. I shouldn't laugh. I'll just let it play. Because this is a poor performance here. So he's going to break down, supposedly, when he talks about how the government announced JobKeeper. Alright, so, because like I said, it's all one big stage production. Yeah, so the government gave individuals or businesses JobKeeper supplement, but the thing is, they shut everyone down in the first place anyway. Alright, so this individual here is going to try and put on some crocodile tears, and it's a poor effort in order to give the unaware sitting at home watching the impression that the government's done them this big favour, when it's the complete opposite. Gives you the tongue flick. You can't cry. We already know you can't cry.
It was the day that they announced, JobKeeper. Because, like, I was well off. And I was committed to helping people as much as I could afford. So the day they announced JobKeeper, I felt like the weight had been lifted off my shoulders financially. Because some of these people, I knew they wouldn't afford to put food on the table.
Yeah, well, all you got there was a poor acting effort and 4 more tongue flicks than tears.
Angry, I guess, that, okay, well, this happened, and
Let's take a good look at the individuals that they're interviewing. All right, this is supposedly a mental health expert.
mistakes happen, but it didn't have to happen, and it feels like just nothing is being done.
And as you can see there, that's all stage 2. The
After day after day.
What am I saying? It's of course it's all staged.
We hear the contact tracing not being up to scratch, and yeah, a lot of people are angry that we're not even in a second wave. We're in a stuff up of the first wave, really.
Yeah, and look, and then they cut to this, you know, just the face mask, which just so happens to be placed there with Not Happy Dan. Look, I can't do this anymore. I'm going to finish this up here. All right, this documentary is nothing but garbage. All right, I'll be lucky to get 20 views on this, but for those of you who subscribe to me, who can see through the nonsense, yeah, I don't know what advice I can give you, other than, look, at least you know for the rest of your life that all these individuals are nothing but walking, talking jokes. All right, and I'll finish it up on that.